Hello Internet, I am Thorn, and welcome to my channel, where we're playing through all the Nancy Drew games, from number 1, Secrets Can Kill, to number 34, Mystery of the Seven Keys, and today we are starting a brand new one, which is Labyrinth of Lies. And all I know about this is it involves something with Greece, which means I'm pretty sure that's, I'm gonna be honest, my knowledge of the Greek pantheon is limited. I got more into Norse mythology when I was younger, and I didn't really care about Greek mythology quite as much. That's the guy that takes you across the river Styx that you pay I think it's a gold coin to. This is probably the river Styx, which is where all the creepy hands are like, ah. So yeah, that's my knowledge. If you remember his name, please put it in the chat. I'm sure they'll say it in the game as well, but please feel free to put it in the chat. This will help me refresh my knowledge of Greece and the Greek pantheon. I never got into Percy Jackson either. I read the first book. I've got the first book on this shelf somewhere. But I was more into the other one that I forgot the name. The one with the Norse gods. Where the guy, like, he dies, like, immediately and then gets taken to one of the Norse afterlives. Because they have multiple afterlife places. He gets taken to one of them, but then ends up having to like travel throughout a bunch and like trying to find his dad as a whole thing. So similar concept to Percy Jackson, but a little bit different. He dies right away. So I got more into that one. Greek is like, I enjoy some of the Greek stuff, but honestly, most of the Greek stuff would have never happened if Zeus had just kept it in his pants. So that's pretty much the story of Greek mythology. Zeus should have kept it in his pants. It's also a really good show that came out, was it last year, I think? That was really fun. And they canceled it after one season, which is sad, but it had, what is that actor's name? From Jurassic Park. The actor from Jurassic Park, that he was playing Zeus, and it was hilarious. It was so much fun. And they canceled it, and I'm very sad about that. But yeah, so that's all I know about Labyrinth of Lies. That was Greek. Greek pantheon, Greek mythology. That's all I got here. This is the second to, I'm just going to throw my phone, that's fine. The second to last game that I've never played any little bit of it and don't know much about it. The next one's Sea of Darkness. All I know about that is it involves a sea, probably. So there's water in boats. I have started Midnight in Salem, which is the game after that. Never finished it. And then Mystery of the Seven Keys I never started, but I know more about it because I was really excited. I got the notification that what Mystery of the Seven Keys was going to be when I was in Prague, and it takes place in Prague, so I just thought that was the coolest thing. And that's it. Then after that, we'll finish all the Nancy Drew games, and then I really got to make my decision. At first, I was going to do Beyond Two Souls after that, but I'm like, maybe I should do a game that might build a little bit more of a following, and then do Beyond Two Souls as like an in-between game. So now I'm thinking either Avowed or Adamfall. If you want to see one of those two, put it in the chat. I don't have enough followers to really do a poll right now. I don't even have enough to make a Patreon. At some point, I might do that, though. If I get enough followers. I will tell you, if I ever earn any kind of money from this, any money I earn will, number one, go towards upgrading my setup. I really want to get a better camera. This one's alright, it's pretty good for what it is, but I want to get like a camera. It's expensive. So number one is that two. Actually, no, that's number two. Number one is I need a new desk chair desperately. And I work from home. I need a new desk chair. That's number one. Number two is a camera. Everything else I think is pretty good. I kind of want to get a third monitor, but I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I probably have to upgrade my graphics card on my computer before I get a third monitor. So I think that's more complicated. But definitely, that's what it would go to first. After that, go towards an editor, so I can get that off my plate. Editing's not my strong suit. I can do everything else. I can do the social media of it. I could do a Discord once I have enough following. I can do all that. Editing, not my strong skill. So first things first, upgrade my stuff. Second thing, I would get an editor. Third thing, anything beyond that amount would just go towards charity because I do have a full-time job. Well, it might go towards paying off my debt and then charity. I'm stuck on student loans, guys. I gotta get that paid off. But that would be it. Like, there would be a point where anything beyond what would go to my editor, anything beyond that would be going towards charity. And probably an education-based charity because I am a teacher. A work-from-home teacher. I'm being attacked by my hair. Welcome to my channel, which is just me being really tired and stuff after a long week of work. Actually, this week was not long. I barely had much to do work-wise for this week. I submitted my grades in the morning on Thursday and had like nothing to do the rest of the day because I had finished all the trainings I needed to do up to that point. I might get more next week, but I finished all the trainings. I had communicated all the communications. I had nothing left for the entire afternoon. And then yesterday, I drove 3.5 hours. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. We drove 3.5 hours to another city in my state. It's Albuquerque. I don't care if you guys know I went to Albuquerque. It's not where I live. So 3.5 hours to Albuquerque. Went to the zoo there. Spent 4 hours at the zoo meeting a whole bunch of my students and a bunch of future students and some students that I had in previous years. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Spent 4 hours. I also got to see my best friend because she works at that zoo. So that's really cool. So I got to spend like a little time with her. I got to learn about the elephants. And I forgot 2 of the names. I know the male elephant is Albert. And one of the females is Rosie. And I forgot the other 2 elephants' names. And my best friend's going to be really mad that I forgot that. But I got to learn some animal names. I got to learn some fun facts about the animals. I got to kind of follow her on her doing a little bit of her job, too. It was kind of cool. It was a lot of fun. It was 3.5 hours of driving, 4 hours of walking with a little bit of sitting when I ate, and that was it. And then another 3.5 hours of driving back home, all on the same day. I am tired. My legs are so sore. And I just want to chill with a video game, which is why we're going to play Labyrinth of Lies. And I feel like I've been talking way too long at the beginning. I try not to talk more than 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's been more than that. I'm sorry, guys. Let's play Labyrinth of Lies. Let's dive in. If you're new to my channel, if this is the first game you're watching, first of all, you should go watch all the other games. This is game number 31. There's 30 other games. 2 to 3 videos per game. One game I did 1 video because it was my favorite game. It was game number 13. But that's a lot of videos in the backlog. That's crazy that I've been making. I've done 30 games. But if you're new, I always do Amateur Sleuth for the detailed task list. As much as I'd like to be able to play more often throughout the week, sometimes the week just gets a little away from me due to various reasons, and I'm not able to play for another week. There's even been a couple of times where it's been 3 weeks due to getting sick and other things happening. So I want that detailed task list so that way if a full week has passed or even longer, I can come back and know what the heck to do. It's basically like, if you jump off of like Oblivion for a chunk of time, which is another game I'm playing on my free time. Why? Because I played Oblivion before. It's just the remastered and it looks really pretty. But like it's kind of like having that like quest log where you're like, okay, what was I doing? Look at my quests. Yeah, let's go do that quest. It's basically that kind of thing with having that detailed task list. The hints have also been really helpful too because sometimes the instructions on certain things aren't good enough, and sometimes I did something too early and I have to like go back to it and I didn't realize it. So sometimes those hints are really helpful for that. So, or sometimes I just miss something.
Made it to the museum.
Yeah.
Melina called you in to help her with the exhibit, right?
Right. And now she's missing.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It's too soon to tell.
What are you doing at the museum again?
The museum she works for is opening an exhibit of Greek antiquities, and apparently the museum has been losing staff right and left.
Yeesh. Well, make sure you stand in the middle then. You look into everything at the museum, and in the meantime, we'll contact the network. Call us if you need anything.
Thanks, I will.
Especially... What was that?
I gotta go.
I love Frank and Joe Hardy.
Hello?
Help me, please! Help!
Be quiet!
Leave her alone.
It's
Pretty
not
sure
personal.
this is a...
No need for that. But we'll take the compliment. Take 5, Thanos.
I'm so sorry to interrupt your rehearsal.
Don't be. Sorry I scared you like that. I thought we were alone.
You were very convincing. I'm Nancy, by the way.
I'm Xenia.
Nice to meet you. I'm here to help Melina with the museum.
Perfect. I'm pretty busy. Hopefully we'll get to know each other.
What's your play about?
Oh, you'll like it. It's got kidnapping, extortion, death, trickery, getting cast down into Hades with no hope of escape. The usual boy meets girl in ancient Greece story.
Sounds exciting.
I hope so. We're performing the story of Persephone to open the new exhibit.
Persephone. Refresh my memory.
Kidnapped by Hades.
She's the daughter of Demeter, goddess of the harvest. But even Demeter can't keep her daughter safe. Hades kidnaps Persephone, you saw that part, and takes her to be his queen.
I'm glad I'm in modern-day Greece. The dating scene back then seemed pretty rough.
That it was. Honestly, the material's a little difficult to work with. I feel like I know her. The more we rehearse, the more I want the story to have a happier ending.
She kind of does. I mean, she ends up like choosing to stay there. If I remember straight, anyway. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like she ended up choosing to stay there, and she can like go back and visit like once a year or something. I feel like I remember that. But I feel like it was very what is the word? It's a psychological thing. Where like you start to fall for your kidnapper. I forget the word for it. Beauty and the Beast had a very similar thing happen. It's the whole you start to fall for your kidnapper because you learn more about him. It turns out they're just a broken person. Like that, I think that was kind of what the Persephone Hades story was like. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know Norse mythology better.
You play Persephone, I presume.
I do. I'm also directing the show.
That's great. I hope I get a chance to see it.
I just hope it's worth seeing. We're doing our best, but can you keep a secret? I'm out of my depth here. None of the rest of them can know, but I am deep, deep in the woods.
I know that feeling, but I think you can accomplish a lot by just acting like someone who knows what's happening.
I have to. I put myself out there. I said, I can do this. So now I have to show up and be the boss, and I have to yell, and even though my voice sounds like shaking paper in my head and my insides feel like snapping twigs, none of them can know that. I just needed to say it.
I bet you'll do just fine.
Really? What makes you think so?
I don't know. It just seemed like a supportive thing to say.
You're nice. Hey, you seem pretty together, but can I give you some advice?
Sure.
Be careful around the boys, especially Thanos.
Why?
He's a bit intense.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Famous people of Greece. Okay, Socrates. I know that. Philosopher. Recognized as a founder of Western philosophy, Socrates is noted for his debates on morality and how an individual should live their life. His philosophy focuses on logic and reasoning to develop a more scientific method. Method of thinking. What we know today as the Socratic method demonstrates this approach. When asked a question, Socrates would respond with further questions, leading the questioner through the answers they provided to answer their own question. There's actually a cool thing that we learn as teachers, something that we can do with our students. It's really hard to do in the virtual environment, though. It's more of an in-person thing. If I have a small enough group in my class, sometimes I try to make it work, but it's called the Socratic Seminar, and it's very much that. It's this whole question response, but responding with a question, kind of in a group, going around to debate and talk about theorizing in books or other situations. I can use it in business a little bit when we're talking about ethics and morality and that kind of stuff within business. Not so much law, because law is straightforward, but there's some things that are just like an ethical debate. Socratic Seminar is really cool for that. And it comes from Socrates' method. Aristotle, philosopher. Aristotle was one of the founding figures in Western philosophy, along with Socrates and Plato. He created the Lyceum in Athens, a school of higher learning, and taught Alexander the Great. During his life, he developed the disciplines of metaphysics and comparative anatomy and logic, the science of correct reasoning. I need coffee, guys. Sorry. Archimedes, mathematician and inventor. One of the leading scientists of antiquity and arguably one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, Archimedes' work laid the foundation for modern mathematics. He is credited for many theoretical and practical innovations in math, including integral calculus, the 3-2 relationship of the volume of a cylinder to a sphere, and calculating the approximate value of pi. 3.14159265. That's as far as I can go. He was also an inventor, best known for the water pump called Archimedes' screw. Hippocrates. If I'm pronouncing any of these incorrectly, please put it in the chat area or comments area. So I get confused on that because when I teach virtually, we call it the chat. And so I go to chat and it's actually comments. So Hippocrates, doctor, considered the father of Western medicine. Hippocrates believed medical treatment was a science and should not be governed by myth or superstition. He founded the Hippocratic School of Medicine, hence the Hippocratic Oath, which established medicine as its own field of study for the first time. The Hippocratic Oath, look at that. A code of ethics attributed to Hippocrates is still sworn by graduating medical students to date, which is I believe if I'm correct, that's the oath of I don't know the exact wording, but it's basically, I will not kill, I will do my best to save people kind of thing. So it's something along those lines. The rod of Asclepius? I totally said that wrong. And by error, the similar-looking caduceus derives from the oath and has been used as a symbol of medicine. That's the snaky thing around the rod. Homer, poet. Ugh. Sorry, that was an automatic reaction. I had to read way too much of Homer's stuff in college when I got my English degree. A master of epic poetry. Ugh. Homer is credited author for the Iliad and the Odyssey. The Odyssey is just so overused. The Iliad's all right. It's not that the Odyssey is bad. It's really good. It's a literary masterpiece, as it says here. These two epics are considered by scholars to be literary masterpieces of the ancient Greece and the world. It is. It's a masterpiece, but it's so overused. So overused. And it's literally what laid the groundwork for the hero's journey. Was the Odyssey. It just, I don't know. It just annoys me. The only time I've ever found the use of the Odyssey in a movie or a story to actually be intriguing in modern day was, why can't I remember the names of anything right now? It's a movie. I can't remember the name of the actors. See if I can find it. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? There we go. I love Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? And I think it does a really good job of taking that and turning into this more modern story. Because it's not a one-for-one. I mean, it is, but it isn't. They actually twist it into, the other things with the whole, he got turned into a frog. But that's the only one I've really liked for using the Odyssey in a modern story. Otherwise, I just feel like it's so overdone. All right, hold on. Homer recited his work, and the epics were eventually transcribed by others. Because he did not write down his work himself, scholars have debated for millennia his authorship and whether he was even a real person. Interesting. I don't know the last part. Sappho. Lyric poet. I probably said that was one of the few women to achieve fame in ancient Greece with her highly popular romantic poetry. She could read and write, which was uncommon for a woman in ancient Greece. She formed her own literary group for young girls on the island of Lesbos, teaching them the skills to participate in religious festivals, including poetry, music, singing, and dancing. Euripides, playwright. A master tragedian, Euripides wrote over 90 plays during his lifetime. The only 17 tragedies and one satyr survive. Unlike his contemporaries, his characters' miseries stemmed not from the gods, but from their own personal flaws. I actually like Euripides' stuff because of them. His plays' strong themes of war, love, suffering, and betrayal both shocked and captivated viewers to his day and remain relevant to modern audiences in works such as Medea, The Trojan Women, and Electra. Phidias. We're getting into sculpture and architecture. I don't know. Phidias began his art career as a painter, but became renowned for his sculpture work. His masterpiece, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, was approximately 40 feet high and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Under the patronage of Pericles, Phidias supervised the restoration of the Acropolis and building of the Pantheon, including the legendary Athena Promachos statue within the Parthenon. Pericles, statesman. Pericles was the leading statesman in the Athens of his day. Through sweeping democratic reforms, he is credited with creating the golden age of Athens. His government provided the basis for many modern democracies, including the United States. Pericles, a staunch patron of the arts, was also responsible for numerous projects to beautify and glorify the city. It was in large part due to his contributions that Athens gained its reputation in the educational and cultural center of the ancient world. Alexander the Great, conqueror. I believe my boyfriend's brother is named after Alexander the Great. Although I think, is it Alexander the Great? I don't know. Most of my boyfriend's family is Roman names. But Greek and Rome are very similar. Like, you can really put them next to each other to compare. Alexander III, king of Macedonia, was one of history's most successful military leaders. Riding into battle on his legendary stallion. What? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. He never once left the battlefield defeated. Unlike other conquerors, Alexander didn't force Greek customs onto the conquered peoples at the cost of their local culture. And as a result, Greek culture integrated and spread farther than it had ever reached before, merging east and west for the first time. Alexander's vast empire dissolved after his death at the age of 32. Man, I'm 32. I might make it to an older age than Alexander the Great, huh? No, that was actually one of the things that was really cool, but also kind of destroyed Greece right there, was the whole, oh, no, you can totally believe your own things. It's fine. Just pay us money. Didn't the Romans do that too? I feel like the Romans did that too. And it was really good, but at the end ended up being like the thing that failed them. Oh, you just take the book. Cool. Cool. I don't want to do that yet. I want to explore this. Okay. Hermes presents Persephone in winter, starring Hermes. The wings don't actually do anything, Xenia. Lights and cues. Why does Thanos keep having his lines cut? At this point, I'm carrying the show. This isn't Hermes' story. What gives? Maybe Xenia can explain. Look into automation of light cues. Xenia keeps adding to Hermes' role. At this point, I can barely make the cues between scenes. All light cue changes and fly system weight settings originate with Xenia in script notes. Cues will be signed off on Xenia and Gregor. Okay. Gotta get the password for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1
Can't do that now.
Well, I guess we should. Ooh.
Stay away from that. It'll kill you.
What exactly am I staying away from?
That's the fly system. It controls the scenery and the curtains, and it'll kill you.
I'll be careful then. Hi, I'm Nancy. You must be...
Hermes, god of charisma and handsomeness. But the mortals call me Gregor.
Nice to meet you.
The same. What's your role?
I guess I'm playing the part of the museum assistant.
Then why don't we become friends?
I'm open to that.
More than friends?
Less open to that.
Boyfriend at home?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That doesn't affect the average.
What? This is going to be something I have to mess with later. If it won't let me do anything now. You walked away. Can I take this rope? Oh, no, I can't. Okay. It's like a little piece of rope, but it's not attached to anything. Greek mythology. Great books of initiative. Titans, Psyche and Eros, Apollo and Daphne, Icarus, Theseus and the Minotaur, Heracles, Prometheus, Tartarus in the underworld. Why is that in circles? Pandora, Orpheus and Eurydice, Perseus and Medusa, Arachne, King Midas, the Nine Muses, and Leth? River of Forgetfulness. Okay, Tartarus in the underworld. Following their death, souls had to pay an obelisk coin. That was like a golden coin. I don't know what an obelisk coin is. What's an obelisk coin? Obelisk coin. A small denomination ancient Greek coin, typically worth 1/6 of a drachma. I don't even know what a drachma is. Charon. Okay, that's his name. See, I knew we learned his name at some point in the game. Huh. Okay. So it's like a silver coin. Coin. I'm going to be making that joke this entire game. If you get the reference, put a comment. If you get the coin reference. So they had to pay an obelisk coin to the ferryman Charon, I think is how you pronounce it, for passage across the river Acheron. On the far side of the river, they arrived at the gates to the underworld, which were guarded by the three-headed dog Cerberus. After passing through the gates, souls wandered the underworld until they stood before Rhadamanthus, Minos, and Icos, the judges of the dead. Once the soul was judged, they could either enter the gates of Elysium, if they had lived an exemplary life, or Tartarus, if they needed to atone for their transgressions. Basically, heaven or hell. The condemned souls, guarded by the 100-handed Hecatoncheires giants, labored over their punishments in Tartarus. King Sisyphus, for his trickery and lies, was made to roll a boulder up a hill, only to see it come rolling back down just before reaching the top every time. The husband-murdering Danaidus futilely toiled carrying water in a leaky basin. Tantalus was a man invited to dine with the gods, but he stole their nectar and ambrosia to share with other mortals. He was sentenced to spend eternity in Tartarus, up to his neck in water, with a tree's fruit blowing tantalizingly just out of reach anytime he tried to reach for one. Deep in the pit of Tartarus was the prison which held the elder gods, the Titans. Led by Cronus, the Titans had ruled the earth until Cronus' son, Zeus, ignited a rebellion against them. With his allies, including Hecatoncheires, and wielding his lightning bolts, Zeus defeated and imprisoned all the Titans who had fought against him except Atlas. Zeus punished Atlas by forcing him to carry the world on his shoulders. I knew that part. Oh, I get to keep the book. Sweet. I'm gonna need to figure out that. Can I take the hook? Fine. I don't have a password for that. She's still there.
All right.
What can you tell me about Gregor?
I like him. I know he's the type to flatter. I know it's self-serving to listen to him when he tells me I'm gorgeous and brilliant. But you know what? I can use the emotional junk food some days.
What made you interested in ancient Greece?
I guess if I had to pick an answer, I'd say the ancient Greeks.
Okay, fair answer. Later.
Bye.
Check. Check.
Okay, that is it. Just gotta check the sides. See if we can turn at any point. Orphic Hymns Ensemble presents Persephone in Winter. What evil sleeps in 4 red seeds? One week only, presented in association with the Life in Ancient Greece exhibit. Contact the Phidias Cultural Center box office for show times and ticket prices.
Locked.
No, that was not locked. There's nothing in there.
What's going on?
I was freehand tracing.
Okay.
I wanted to understand the detail work, so I put thin paper on the glass, leaned in close, and...
Put too much weight on the glass?
Please don't tell anyone I broke the case.
Sounds like it was an honest mistake. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know you. Do you know me?
Not yet. I'm Nancy.
Niobe. I'm the reason we can't have nice things, on a cultural level.
You're in the play, right?
I'm Demeter.
Do you know much about Greek mythology?
Here, take this, you'll love the myths. They're full of the most amazing insanity. I'm glad we don't live in that world, for the most part.
Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in northern Greece, was the mythological home of the Olympians. Petty and spiteful, but possessing divine power, the gods and goddesses reigned supreme over mankind. After the fall of the ancient world, the mythos was suppressed for nearly 1,000 years. Renaissance artists heralded a rebirth of the Olympians, who have remained a popular subject matter ever since. Zeus, king of the gods. In Rome, Jupiter. Temperamental, rash, and tyrannical in nature, Zeus ruled from his throne in Olympus, with thunderbolts in hand and an eagle by his side. He was married to Hera, but numerous myths center on Zeus's seduction of other women, both goddesses and mortals. Though disloyal to his wife and mistresses all the time, he honored his family and numerous offspring. I feel like numerous is actually putting it lightly. He was responsible for the weather, which reflected his current mood. The Olympics were held annually in his honor. I'm telling you, most of the stories are Zeus couldn't keep it in his pants. Hera, queen of the gods, Roman Juno. Hera, as Zeus's wife, was queen of the gods and also the goddess of marriage and childbirth. You're leaving out the fact that she was also Zeus's sibling, which is just bleh. Hera was often associated with a cow, representing the motherly, nurturing aspect of childbirth. She was extremely jealous of Zeus's philandering ways, keeping tabs on her husband/brother, and persecuting his mistresses and their children with Zeus. It is said she placed the 100 eyes of Argus onto the tail feathers of a peacock to help her keep watch. I got scared by a peacock yesterday. I'm just chilling, hanging with the elephants. Next thing I know, right there, right behind my leg. I look down and it's just like, keeps walking past me. I swear it laughed at me. In the Albuquerque Zoo, there's just peacocks everywhere, just chilling, hanging out. I was really mad, though. I saw some kids messing with one of them. Took everything in my power not to yell at those parents to keep control of their kids, because they weren't our family. They were part of some other student group there. Not our student group, different student group. Oh, I was so mad at those kids. Poor peacock. But one of them scared the crap out of me. Must have been Hera. Despite their difficulties, the two gods remained married, symbolizing the strength and importance of marriage in the ancient Greek world. They were siblings. Aphrodite, goddess of love, Roman Venus. Aphrodite was one of the most widely worshipped goddesses. I wonder why. She led women into adultery on a chariot drawn by doves, but also encouraged faithfulness and chastity. There are two variations of Aphrodite's birth. In one, she is the personification of physical love as the daughter of Zeus and the nymph Dione. In the other, she is the personification of sacred love, arising fully grown out of the sea, daughter of the undefeated Uranus. Images of each aspect make up the two most famous art pieces in the world. Alexandros of Antiochus, Venus de Milo, and Botticelli's Birth of Venus. Apollo, god of light, Roman, Apollo. Apollo's Apollo, that one's easy. Apollo is the god of sun, patron of fine arts and music, and younger twin brother to Artemis, who we haven't even learned of yet. One myth states he escaped the island of Delos by turning into a dolphin and swimming back to the mainland. The temple at Delphi was dedicated to Apollo, where it believed he spoke through his sacred oracle, the Pythia. A figure of great beauty, Apollo was often depicted with a 7-stringed lyre in his hands. Nevertheless, he was unlucky in love and never married. Ares, god of war, Roman, Mars. Ares was one of the least popular Olympians among both the Greeks and the immortals, neither of whom relished the idea of war and violence for which he stood. He was typically depicted in armor with a helmet and shield, holding a spear or sword. Magpies and vultures were sacred to him, and he was followed by his attendants, discord, strife, and panic. Pain and panic. It's from the animated Hercules movie. Can't magpies copy what people say? Aren't they mimics? Similar to crows. Artemis, goddess of the hunt. Roman Diana. What about we no longer have planets? A virgin goddess and older twin sister of Apollo, Artemis watched over women in childbirth and was associated with the moon. She preferred the wilderness to cities and actively avoided the company of men. Don't blame her. Her main temple at Ephesus in Asia Minor was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Typically portrayed with her bow and arrow in hand, she was also frequently accompanied by one of her hounds or a stag deer. Athena, goddess of wisdom, Roman Minerva. The patron goddess of Athens, Athena, is said to have given the gift of the olive tree to Greece. Athena sprang fully grown from Zeus's head, and at times was even allowed to wield his thunderbolts. In her golden helmet, with her owl by her side, she watched over the military and was a protector of heroes. She was also a patroness of the creative arts, including spinning and weaving. You know, in Norse mythology, nobody sprang out of anybody's head. I'm just saying. We're going to ignore Loki getting pregnant. Technically, he was a shapeshifter. Demeter, or Demeter, a goddess of the harvest, Roman seers. Demeter was a goddess of corn and harvest, agriculture and country life, and was a central figure in the myth which explains the seasons. Also identified with Rhea, Gaia, and Egypt's Isis. Demeter was usually depicted wearing a crown made from ears of corn, with a lighted torch or cornucopia in one hand and a poppy in the other. Though a member of the Olympian pantheon, she preferred to stay on Earth. The Eleusinian mysteries, honoring Demeter's gift of agriculture, were the most important religious celebrations in ancient Greece. My gosh, how many more are there? Sorry. Dionysus, god of wine, Roman Bacchus. Generally depicted as young and effeminate, with a thyrsus and a wreath of ivy, Dionysus was the only Olympian to have a mortal mother. In addition to wine, he was the patron god of theater and taught crop cultivation and beekeeping to mortals. Dionysus was seen as benevolent, light-hearted, and sympathetic, and a party boy, and rewarded his followers lavishly. Dionysus was predominantly faithful to his wife, Ariadne, an uncommon trait among the Olympians, because Zeus couldn't keep it in his pants. I'm going to mention that 1,000,000 times. I'm sorry. That's my issue with Greek mythology. Hades, god of the underworld, Roman Pluto. In ancient Greece, the underworld consisted not only of the dead, but everything underground, including valuable gems and minerals. Hades ruled over it all, tending to remain within his realm. He was not very involved with the other Olympians or mortals. Hades was portrayed as an unattractive god, cold and merciless, and unable to woo any goddess to become his queen. This led to the abduction of Persephone. Depending on mythos, it was either Hades or Hephaestus who occupied one of the thrones at Mount Olympus. Look, the next one's Hephaestus, god of fire and forge. Vulcan. The only Olympian who was ugly and lame? Didn't you just say that Hades was unattractive? Hephaestus created unparalleled metal work for the gods, including Hades' helmet of invisibility and Zeus's lightning bolts. Zeus promised Hephaestus any goddess to take as his wife. When Hephaestus' first choice, Athena, refused, he wed Aphrodite, but it was not a happy match. Aphrodite carried out a blatant affair with Ares. Hephaestus was usually depicted working at his forge with his hammer raised over his head. Okay, 3 more. Hermes, god of commerce and thieves, Roman Mercury. Hermes was the messenger of the gods and a well-known trickster. He also acted as a psychopomp, a conductor of dead souls to the underworld. On the day he was born, he invented the lyre, which he later gave to Apollo. In return, Apollo gave Hermes a special staff, and the two became fast friends. The staff, with its winged top and 2 snakes entwined around it, was known as the caduceus. Hermes was generally depicted carrying his caduceus and wearing a short cape, winged cap, and winged sandals. Hestia, goddess of the hearth, Roman Vesta. The eldest of the pantheon's original Olympians, Hestia gave her throne to Dionysus to keep the peace. She remained at Mount Olympus, tending the hearth at the palace. She was the only Olympian who did not become involved in any wars or disputes, earning her the respect of her fellow gods and goddesses. Wooed by Poseidon and Apollo, Hestia turned down both, vowing to remain a virgin instead. She was typically depicted holding a flowered branch or a kettle. Hestia said, "I don't want none of this." And I respect her for that. Poseidon, god of the sea, Roman Neptune. Poseidon was portrayed as a dark, dangerous god, reflective of the difficulties of sea travel. With control over the sea, not only the sea but all waterways, he had more power than any god except Zeus. I disagree. Typically seen in a shell chariot carrying his trident, Poseidon was said to have created the first horse. What does that have to do with water? He fought frequently with the other gods, most notably in his vied success against Athena for patronage of Athens.
You seem focused. Am I interrupting?
Yes, thank you though. I need a break.
Aren't you excited for opening night?
No. No and no. Nope.
Are you nervous?
Nervous when I sleep. Terrified when I'm awake. I'm so relieved we've only got the one show.
Just one? That's nothing.
You should leave.
What? Why?
You might end up spoiling the ending if you hear too much.
I think I know how it ends.
No. Our ending is different. More frightening. Less predictable.
Are you...
Late? Yes. I have to go.
What do we got? Nemean lion slain by Hercules in the first of his 12 trials. Poor lion. A hoplite armor. Chalcidian helmet. Breastplate and greaves. My boyfriend's going to watch this later, and then he's going to be like, "You pronounced all these words wrong." He's a historian. He didn't technically finish his degree, but I really think if he contacted the school and proved it, he could maybe take a class or 2 and finish his degree. I really think that could be the case. And it would be a history degree. He has the knowledge of a master's level historian, if not more than, because both of his parents are historians. I'm gonna get yelled at for pronouncing everything wrong. Aphrodite of Chalcis. Statue of Nike, winged victory. Head of Poseidon. Male torso in contrapposto stance. There's the front. I want to go back to the front. Flip around. Can I take that? No, okay. We're going to go right. Nancy, welcome to Greece. Come find me in my office and I'll give you the drachma tour. If I'm not in, show yourself around and introduce yourself to the theater troupe. While we're working to get the show up, they'll be getting ready for a show of their own. I'll be taking care of relations between the troupe and the museum, but it never hurts to make some new friends. The exhibit will go down in history as one of the first explorations of Greek culture. I couldn't think of anyone better to help me make it happen. Excuse me. Since we don't have a doormat, you'll find the key to your office with Nike. Oh, we were just looking at Nike. For today, make sure the vase display is properly labeled. create the temple images for the architecture display, get tickets assigned for tonight's performance. This should do for now. Good luck and try not to set off any alarms. See you soon, Melina. As you no doubt know, there's been a change of plans. I'm doing my best to track down the missing pieces as quickly as possible. What? Hopefully what we're looking at is a simple shipping error. I've already contacted the local authorities to open an investigation. All staff and members of the troupe consented to searches and interviews. The theater troupe may come to you with access requests. The members of the troupe have been put through the same screening process as you and I have, so they are more than welcome to any resources they need. On the off chance you do see anything out of the ordinary, give me a call. Until I can rule out a shipping error, we're not pointing fingers in any direction, but still keep an eye out for any red flags. I'll do my best to return quickly, but until I do, it's up to you to keep the wheels from falling off the wagon and get the exhibit ready for opening night. Make use of my office to catch up on any information related to our exhibits and processes. Okay. We're going to explore this all first. That's what she broke. Ancient Greek coins and ancient Greek jewelry. Okay, the coins. Greeks began using coins, initially one-sided lumps of gold or silver around 650 BCE. As coining techniques improved, coins evolved into circular stamped pieces with images on either side. The start of our modern coins. Coin. Greece's independently run polis, or city-states issue their own currencies. These coins were typically stamped with the image of a ruler on one side and a civic symbol representing their polis on the other. Modern coins around the world continuing to use this design style. Jewelry. Jewelry was a status symbol in ancient Greece, still is today, typically only worn by the upper class. With the high level of craftsmanship behind each piece, jewelry became family heirlooms, passed down through generations. Gold was the most popular metal to work with as it was easily malleable and tarnished little over time. It's a very bendy metal. Popular gemstones to work into pieces include amethysts, garnets, emeralds, and pearls. Gold leaf crowns were generally only used in religious rites due to the fragile nature of the thin gold leaves. Okay.
Starting schedule of cleaning.
I forgot about the robot vacuum. On the app, takes forever to load, so I can pause.
Pause.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to label these. Ooh. Oh, that's about all we got for that. What's over here? Oh. Temple 3. Create your own temple.
Looks like the temple is already designed. I just have to build it.
Lofty site to honor the hunt. Oh, I see. Okay, so lofty site to honor the hunt. I feel like that's a good one for that. This double hall. Colorful panoramic band. Animals above the corners. Okay, that must be that. Volute ornamentation. I don't know what volute means. Okay, we're going to come back to that after I've had a chance to read some stuff. Oh, what's this?
Could be helpful.
Oh! Look at that! Cornice, frites, and tablature. Abacus, Stibulate, Doric capital, Corinthian capital, Iconic capital, Volute, Acanthus, Metope, Pediment. Research designs for Agora/City Center, original political space, or later marketplace field. Home, portico, porch for exterior, Paris-style decorated inner courtyard, plinths strong enough to support full weight of sculptures placed on them. Okay, so just... Today, Greek statues from antiquity are known for their classical natural marble look, but when the sculptures were originally displayed over 2,000 years ago, they were anything but white. Carved marble of all kinds, including sculptures and temples, was painted in bright shades and patterns, really. Though the colors have now faded or visibly disappeared, researchers are sometimes able to determine the original paint colors and designs using ultraviolet lights, infrared, and X-ray spectroscopy tests. The reproductions here offer a glimpse in the vivid world of ancient Greece. Interesting. I kind of hate it. Sorry, this ring is closed for renovation. Hoplite breastplate metal, leather straps, hoplite greaves set, left and right, classical helmets, Chalcidian, one jewelry set in travel box, gold necklace and earrings. Why is that one like handwritten? Huh. I think my boyfriend's dad has one of those helmets. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. I just know that he has a lot of helmets. Oh, there's no doors there. I thought there was a good door there. Okay then.
Nancy, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to meet you in person.
Oh, that's okay. Is something wrong?
Yes, something is very wrong. Some of our exhibit pieces have gone missing.
Oh,
Are they lost or...
coffee.
Stolen. I don't know. And frankly, it doesn't matter. The pieces in question, they're worth millions. If I can't recover them, our doors are as good as closed.
I'm here for you. Anything you need.
Oh, thank you. A lifetime of thank yous. I still need you to do the job we brought you on for, and you'll find everything you need for that in the office. But more importantly, I need you to be my eyes and ears.
Got it.
Does that mean you think we're dealing with theft?
I really hope not, but we can't rule that out.
But you're worried.
I am.
Okay, why's that?
The pieces we lost never arrived. They were on the shipping invoice, but they were not in the crate.
Is that common?
It could be a simple mistake, or it could be someone changed the invoice to buy enough time to smuggle the jewelry out. I'm tracking down both possibilities. That's why I need you here.
You got it.
I'm following the paper trail now, and with luck, I'll find the error and be back tomorrow.
You worry about that. I'll take care of the museum.
Great. You'll find everything you need in the office.
I should tell you, Niobe broke one of the necklace display cases.
What?
She said she was trying to trace the detail work and put too much pressure on the glass.
Is everything still there?
I think so.
Well, thank Zeus for that. How did she react when you talked to her about it?
She was really upset. She actually asked me not to tell you.
Like no one would notice. These things do happen. Keep an eye on her. Mistakes happen, but a series of mistakes don't.
Got it. Do you suspect that anyone in the cast took the missing jewelry?
We did at first.
But then?
The police came in, interviewed everyone, and the cast was very cooperative.
That's good at least.
Maybe.
Maybe?
They all consented to having their cars and hotels searched. The police reviewed all of the security footage and came to the conclusion that no one in the cast snuck anything out of the museum.
But you doubt this.
For all intents and purposes, they're cleared, but it just doesn't make sense. Nothing just disappears.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
A good thief would make sure that they could be searched. Their place that they live, their hotel room, their vehicle could be searched. So, I trust no one. Oh, these are all the people who received it. I'm sure this will come in handy at some point. I'm not going to read all of this. Is that Sonny Joon? I swear. Exhibit summary Out of the Ashes. I'm proud to announce that Out of the Ashes exhibit closed successfully. This exhibit marks the first time the PCC has worked with outside organizations to mount a single on-site experience. Highlights about sold our highest admission day by over 75%. We sold enough yearly passes within a 7-day period to account for 15% of our annual operating budget. Nice. Exit surveys demonstrate a high level of guest satisfaction with the exhibit, with most participants rating the experience as favorable or memorable. Partnerships formed by the exhibit will continue to be our lifeline during these uncertain economic times. Critical issues. Out of the Ashes has taken a large toll on our yearly budget. Posting record attendance levels is great news, but it was not enough to cover the cost of an expensive joint venture. The project was seen as an investment from the start, and it is important to keep that fact in mind. Partnerships are our single most important resource today and moving forward. Our current collection is remarkable, but is unfortunately not a large draw. To thrive, we must find new partners interested in using our space and sharing our resources. Stage update. As many of you know, I have been in contact with the Panakis group about a possible update to our stage area. Panakis approached me earlier in the year, hoping to use our stage as a demonstration site for their newest venture. Panaki's mission is to modernize our historical stages with state-of-the-art technology. The resistance to this idea elsewhere in the country is working in our favor. We've been cleared to improve the stage area, and we will be able to make use of the company's services. Now the good news. Panakis will provide their services free of charge. Payment deferred via charitable gift, to be exact. In exchange, we will allow the company to host demonstrations no more than once a month, and also allow the company to feature our location in their literature and advertising. Given the difficulty we have drawing a crowd, this is too good a deal to pass on. I propose a meeting to finalize the deal and work out any profit-sharing agreements. Breaking ground. We are pleased to announce that the renovation of the stage has begun. It is scheduled for completion in advance of next year's spring exhibits. If there has ever been a time to go all in on an exhibit, it's now. We'll be meeting to discuss possible exhibit themes with partners, as well as searching for an appropriate play for our opening weekend. Oh, emails. And it's coming to my attention you'll be needing a theater group for the opening of the next exhibit. Look no further, I got you covered. Thanks for the offer. I want this show to be perfect. I'll be scouting talent next month in London and New York. About that, sorry we don't have the budget. I should have been clearer in my first email, but I was hoping to frame it in a positive manner. I found our theater group. I have a friend who owes me a favor. Landing this group is a major coup, I promise you. I know you wanted to make the decision, so please trust me when I say that I would have never have made the call if it wasn't an absolute requirement. I can't say I'm not disappointed, but I understand. Please tell me honestly that they're good. They're the best money can buy. Our tiny pile of money. Your theater group has arrived and begun rehearsals. Interesting choice. I've secured the final piece of the exhibit as requested. The final list of borrowed items and length of loans is below. Metropolitan Museum of Classical Art, National Archaeological Museum of Athens, Wallachia Strad Museum, Ilia Open, Costas Bezos Gallery, Gallery Classical, State Museum Fine Arts. As an update, the obelisk coins for the bottom row of the coin display are still stuck in customs. Since they won't arrive in time for the opening night gala, I've placed obelisk replicas in the display for the interim. Okay. New hire notes in conjunction with the generous loans from private owners and museums. The Phidias Cultural Center will be hosting an exhibit of art and artifacts titled Life of Ancient Greece. The mounting an exhibition of the collection will be carried out under the auspices of the PCC with expert support provided by donors or commissioned as conditions dictate. As a museum curator, Melina will take the leadership position. This role is non-transferable as of insurance finalization. Due to cultural and economic value of this exhibition, the insuring of the show will be a joint venture carried out in conjunction with the Bank of Switzerland, the Greek Antiquities Co-op, and the PCC Donor Association. The PCC has budgeted for a full-time support staff for the preparation of the duration of the exhibition. Staff will be trained on site during the period leading up to the opening of the exhibition. Support staff will assist with shipment arrivals, documentation, and setup. The transport team will oversee the entire process of collecting, securing, and insuring each exhibit piece from point to point. The transport lead, Melina Rossi, will coordinate with local and international authorities to ensure all exhibit pieces clear community and common transit. Additional resources may be necessary for any pieces originating from outside the EU. Critical notes. A number of pieces, a list will be provided when relevant, will be given an official provenance examination at the behest of the owner of the piece. It is critical that a clear chain of ownership is maintained throughout the entire exhibit. Security measures have been put in place to ensure no piece is left unattended. Check the books first. Okay. That's it. I'm sure we'll need that at some point. Ah, don't have a password.
The password must be around here somewhere.
I feel like, yeah, that's just the computer again. You know, sometimes people hide it in those pictures. I'm just saying. I feel like I've already searched all of this. Huh.
That's done. Did that. Check.
Well, the one thing I know for a fact that I can do is create the temples. Okay, so lofty site in honor of the hunts. Colorful panoramic band. See anything here that says band. Animals above the cornice. That's the cornice. So it'd be the pediment. Yeah, that'd be the pediment. Okay. That's not animals. Where's the feet? Animals. Volute ornamentation. Okay, that's the volute. So that. And what does double hall mean? That's got to be double hall, right? Colorful panoramic band, so it's got to be that. But then what god is this? This doesn't say a god. To honor the hunt. It's got to be... Who's god of the hunt? Goddess of the hunt. Artemis. Portrayed with her bow and arrow in hand. So Artemis. The goddess is approved. Please try again. What? Colorful panoramic band. Animals above the cornice. Volute ornamentation. Double hall. Oh. What was the setting?
Next temple.
Yep. For to end. What? Square abacus. Bustling agora. Bustling agora. Abstract gable. Musical dedication and metopes. I see none of that on this. What? It's the only thing I've got figured out. I guess that. Who was the music person? Is it Dionysus? 'Cause that one's theater. Oh, no, it's Apollo. Apollo is often depicted with a 7-stringed lyre. Oh. There we go, it's Apollo. Okay. There's nothing in my notes. That's weird. Abstract gable. There's nothing on here that says gable. What is a gable? Gable. Triangular part of a building's exterior wall at the end of a pitched roof. So is it the pediment? Abstract. So that is an agora. A central public space used for assembly, commerce, and social gatherings. So that's the background. Okay, I think we're good there. What is a metopes? Rectangular space between two dry cliffs and a Doric frieze. A decorative band above an architrave. Okay, band. That's this. The frieze, yeah, okay. It just says metopes. It's that. Got it. What is for to end? That's the layout. So which one is the 4 to end? Is it that one? 4 to end? Oh, cool. I got it. After having to look up what terms mean. Oh, that there. Okay. Third one.
Building temples is easy when Nancy Stonemason Drew is on the case.
Acanthus leaves. Acanthus is that. Okay, that's this thing. Okay. Twice as many columns on sides as ends. That's gotta be that one. Sculptured mortals on all levels. So that. Water view for wisdom. And then which is that going to be? Poseidon or Athena? Golden helmet with owl. So armor with owl or trident. Hey, I got it. I didn't have to look up anything on that one. Okay, we did that.
That's done.
I have a favor. Can you help me get a closer look at some of the locked up pieces?
Okay, I'll ask.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Until later.
I don't trust you. But it also feels way too early. Where am I going? I go over here. Okay, I gotta find the things. I wonder if those are in the filing cabinet. But I don't know how to enter. Jeez. Huh.
How are things going?
Can I get a key to the coin display?
You'll need to open the filing cabinet first. The key to the filing cabinet is hidden inside the box with the animal figurines. Pair up the animals with the images so the animal and image pair represent the same god.
You got it.
I know you weren't brought here for this, but I need you to learn about provenance.
As in verifying the authenticity of the art?
You're as sharp as they say. That's it.
Isn't that normally left to the experts?
Generally, yes, but if we're dealing with theft of any kind, I need you to become an expert.
Instantly?
Unfortunately, but you'll come to it naturally.
I'm flattered, but what makes you say that?
You will find that it's like solving a mystery, which I hear you're pretty good at home.
I'll do my best.
Proving provenance is a classic whodunit. You look at a vase or a painting and you follow the clues to see who done it. Who painted or sculpted or chiseled the work in question.
When you put it that way, I think I'm comfortable with the methodology.
Perfect. You'll find what you need on the computer. Niobe may be able to help you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace with the animals. No. The thing outside? Didn't think so. Oh, that's it. You might be able to help with provenance, but I need the key. Filing cabinet. She said it's in the case with the animals. I don't see anything like that. Oh wait, this?
I need to match the animals to the correct symbol.
Well, the first one is Zeus, so. An eagle. That looks like an eagle. Oh, that's gonna be an owl. Okay, the last one should be Aphrodite. Love. Doves. Okay. So Hera is a cow. I'm not sure what her other symbol is. Just an Aphrodite, Apollo. Depicted with 7-stringed lyre. Okay. So lyre. Does he have an animal? Dolphin. The lyre is the dolphin. Oh, wrong one. Oh wait. Magpies and vultures. Armor with helmet and shield. So. Well, that's a sword. Nothing else makes sense though. Cemetery, helmet, shield, spear, sword. Artemis. Bow and arrow and hounds or deer. Oh, peacock. Who was the peacock? Was that Hera? Hera is the peacock. And the cow. Right? Wrong one. Yeah, because that's a peacock feather, and she's the cow, so it's definitely that. I don't know what could be wrong. It is an owl with the bow, right? No, bow and arrow is hounds or stag deer. My bad. There we go. I mixed those two up.
These must be the tags for the display.
Oh, okay, cool. Stavros Mikos. Oh, that must be the password. It's making me put it back, so let's write it down. My first note is the computer password. R-U-T-E Ryan. Cool.
That's done.
Hey! Messenger, prominent starter. Welcome, my dear expert in training. Our crash course begins now. We have 3 pieces you must verify provenance on. You'll start with the gold leaf necklace in the center of the coin display. You'll find more information in the provenance program. Complete the drop-down field. Attach an image to the object to make your findings. Cast watch. I'm growing more certain the pieces I'm tracking down won't be found. Engage the cast, but don't push too hard. Keep them talking. I'm working on getting you some help, but I simply cannot get in contact with any former museum staff. Important tickets update. Nancy, I completely forgot to tell you I have a courier coming for the tickets to tonight's show. Once you've assigned the first group seating, please drop the tickets in the mailbox outside the museum's front entrance. Any other tickets you assign are will call tickets for the later performances and don't need to be printed out. Also, I'm going to be doing a lot of travel and might not always have time to explain everything. I'll send what you need to know about the museum using this messenger. Please check from time to time.
I need to assign seats according to everyone's requests.
Manos wants 4 tickets, while Gavril, Lilith, and Vakros all want 6. Okay. Adamau wants 4 aisle seats. Okay, I think I need to keep it. Manos needs all handicapped. Okay. How many did Manos? 4. Okay, so hold up. There's others. But I know. Gavril wants all front row best seats possible. Gavril wants 6. Vakros wants as many discount seats available first, then standard. Vakros. Manos wants only prime seating. Lilith wants 3 VIP seats and the remaining seats together in prime. Okay. Who needs handicap? Manos needs all handicap. And it's 6 seats. Adamo for aisle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for Adamo. Gavril wants all front row best seats possible, and he wants 6 total. Well, this is tough. Because I only have 5 front row and I need 6 front row. Best seats possible. But Manos only needs 4. I guess I can take off off those. And that. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6. Okay. Manos only wants prime seating. Ah. I have filled up the prime. Oh, Gavin wants 6. Okay. Okay. Vakros wants many discount seats. I did that. And then standard. 4, 5, 6. Manos wants only prime seating. Right, I have to fix that. Oh, I got Manos. Got right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Lilith, 3 VIP, and the 3 seats remaining together in prime. So. I think that's it.
All done.
Yeah.
Time to drop these off in the mailbox.
Get it. Oh, we're not done on this. Provenance. Okay, that's how I check it.
Looks like I'll need a unique password to access the archives.
Okay. Player. Use punch. Fix that line. Oh, these are all things to listen to. It's VIP. Play for your chance to win. Organic? Oh, that's the teardrop thingy. Oh, that's all of those, okay. Oh, cool. Oh, it's the last owl, okay. Congratulations, you earned 5 entries. Okay. Cool. Don't really know what that was, but cool. Let me go drop off these tickets out here.
I can cross that off my to-do list now.
Yep.
Did that. Check. Check.
Okay, let's label the vase display. How do I label the vase display? I need to learn about the vases somehow. Okay, that's what that's going to be for. Oh, I have more? Oh. What? Why is there more? I thought I did all of them. Lawrence needs 1 prime seat, 1 standard. And all the others are the cheapest available. Don't need 7 tickets. Okay. Petrovic doesn't want any VIP. Oh, Petrovic wants 5 tickets, all handicap accessible but not VIP. 4, 5. Da-da. Novak wants 4 seats in a row. Larson's party of 6 all want to sit together. Dollar is the cheapest available, so she's gonna grab these. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 4, 5, and 2 in the yellow. Party of 6 want to sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the only option there for that. Novak wants 4 seats in a row. So it'd either be there or there. But it can't be there because Laura needs a... Oh no, she needs a prime seat. A standard, and the rest all cheap. How many does Laurent need? 7? 4, 5, 6, 7. Petrovic needs 5. Oh, I already did Petrovic. Oh, it's a square block. Seats. So no, this would not be. Won't be that. Not Petrovic. This person wants square block, no aisle seats. One prize. 3 standards technically. All cheap. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. And then who wants 4 in a row again? Novak. There's more. Oh my gosh. Conti's 4 VIP. Okay. Barbu's party always requires 2 adjoining seats. Okay. Silva wants all the even seats in row B. All the even seats in row B. 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. All seats containing numbers 3 or 7. Barbu needs 4 handicap. Decker 4 single tickets. That's it. So it doesn't really matter where they... Oh, they have to be separate. Okay. Conti needs 4 VIP though. That's all that's left. 2, 3, 4. Barbu. Oh, it's 2 adjoining. Who's the handicap seats? Barbu. Oh. Barbu needs 4 handicap, 2 of them adjoining. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think it's just Decker left. Barbu's done. Silva's done. Mikolovsky's done. Conti's done. So Decker 4 single. it, right? That girl has 4 single tickets, okay. It's for handicap. Yep. And 2 of them adjoining. Yep. Mikulowski into all seats containing numbers 3 or... Oh! I figured it out. Still no, huh? Mm-hmm. Silva wants all the even seats in row B. Yep. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12. Silva wants all even seats in row B. Oh, just looked at that one, yeah. Barbu's party always requires 2 adjoining seats. For handicap, 2 adjoining, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Conti's 4 VIP, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Decker's 4 single tickets. Something like that. I don't know what I'm missing on this one. I'm confused. No, we'll come back to that. I need something out of that? No, okay, maybe not.
I need something to help me figure out which base is which first.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know where to do that.
Thank you for unlocking the display for me.
Why are you so interested in them?
The tooling marks tell a story about how they're made. For the most part, we still don't understand the full method. Bits and pieces, but that's it. I'd love to see if I can see something, anything to add to that discussion.
Do you know much about proving provenance?
Sure, I have some materials for you. Here.
Alright. In the art world, owners are presumed guilty of illegally acquiring works until proven otherwise. Numerous countries are fighting to repatriate art they believe was stolen or illegally acquired by the nations. One such high-profile case is that of the Elgin marbles. These sculptures from the Parthenon Fritze were taken to Britain by Lord Elgin in the early 1800s, under the authority of the then-ruling Ottoman Empire. Greece has demanded the marbles back, stating that they were taken under a foreign government and that the British Museum had no legal rights to the sculptures. With no clear documentation of ownership, whether the sculptures rightfully belong to Britain or Greece remains in debate. The work's ownership history, or provenance, is a critical step in verifying the authenticity of the individual pieces. Provenance is a detailed record of everything known about the piece, including artist, creation date, where it was made, when and where it has been exhibited, previous and current owners, and purchase dates. Provenance can be proven with any of the following acceptable documents. All documents and signatures must be the originals, including digital forms. Signed statement of authenticity from a proven authority or expert. Statement from the artist of the piece. Gallery sales receipt, name of the previous owners and dates of ownership. Exhibition or gallery sticker or stamp on the art. Published documents on the piece from experts in the field. Gallery catalog showcasing the piece. Provenance must include a description and or image of the piece. Older artifacts rarely have a provenance without some ambiguities. This is due to factors like imperfect record keeping before the modern era, the length of time since its creation, and lack of distinguishing features. While some ambiguities are accepted, the diligent curator should continue to research provenance in an attempt to fill in the gaps. Potential buyers should never bid on or purchase art until verifying the piece's provenance.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. So what's the first thing I need to do? Gold green leaf necklace. Gold green leaf necklace. Golden Age. Golden Age. Gold green leaf necklace. 2nd of July. Stavros was the received by. So I gotta go find the gold green leaf necklace. This. Yeah, it's gotta be that, right?
Got it.
Oh, hold up. Back jewelry. Received July 2nd. Received by Stavros. Current owner is us. I don't know which one is us. Right? Or am I looking at the wrong thing? Nope. Oh, wait. It's coins and jewelry. Maybe it's the Wallachia. Four pieces from the Golden Age. So is either Wallachia or State Museum. I'm gonna guess State Museum. On loan from exhibit, the Golden Age. Loan ends? I didn't see a loan ends. Oh, loaned through September. Oh my gosh, the freaking photo.
All done.
Provenance correct. Provenance requested for the Nemean. don't see anything here called Namian. Unless it's this. Oh, that's not that. I don't need that at all. Is that no mean? Is that one of the vases? And I just need to do the vase thing. Okay, we're gonna explore to try and find something to help me with the vases.
Hello.
It seems like a lot of work went into production. Why only one show?
One show? Who said that?
Niobe.
Poor Niobe. I bet she wishes it was just one. She's so scared. All she sees is opening night. We're here the whole week.
I'll let you go.
Talk to you later.
Ooh. Gregor Krakinos? I need to find Thanos. The current production must take advantage of the theater's recent remodel. State-of-the-art Revolve stage allows the entire set to fly up, replacing the central stage edifice by hydraulic lifts. Dangers presented by the Labyrinth that must be evaluated with every blocking and cue change. Yes, I puppy dog. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Yeah, look how long this is. Peace. That's all you have in here? Paradox, Eureka, Logic, Crocodile, Ocean, Python, Tragic Echo, Lyrical Hero, Gymnasium, Irony. What? Oh, nobody down here. But I'm gonna save it before I be banned. Well, it'll just give me a try again. I don't need to save it. Resume game. Oh, what? No. Oh, is it like pulling this? Is that? Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Let's not.
Hello.
I'll let you go.
I made a thing on bases. Also, where the heck is Thanos? I haven't seen him at all. I need something on bases, and I need to find Thanos. Notebooks on bases? That's kind of what I was hoping for. It's just past employees. It's just a computer password. I want to do the vases. Get that done. But since I have no idea what the Namian is.
Want to know a secret? Are the seats packed with the dead? Should I line you up and punch you down into the land of the dead? Well, do you want to know a secret? So polite. Oh, I mustn't talk in the theater. Curses for all the gods. I've gone and broken the fourth wall. But no bother. Your beloved real world's itself, theater. You're used to pretend, used to believing what you want to believe. For the next 90 minutes, I will be telling you lies, and you will agree they are the truth. That's actually more or less what's printed on my business card. Hermes, messenger to the gods, certified liar, founder and CEO of Olympic Scandal magazine, inventor of gossip. I'll be handing these out after the show. Mercury keeps poaching my clients these days. Roman gods, cheap knockoffs. Bacchus is a cool guy. The rest, forgeries of our greatness. Except no substitutions. Now, as I was saying, do you want to hear a secret? Yes. I'm also the guide to the underworld. Hades, the old Greek soul closet. Little known fact about being dead. Death is very boring. Not much happens in Hades. It's just a lot of souls being dead in chairs. Being dead at breakfast, dead souls just wandering about. That's the gist of it. I mean, every 4 years we have our own Olympics, but we've yet to fully figure out soul physics.
What?
Archimedes is doing his best, but we're still no closer to finding the pole vaulters. They just went, just gone. Quite floaty and dearly missed, like spice ships at sea. So you must understand my interest was piqued when I discovered the underworld exploding with news, curiosity, intrigue. A mysterious young woman was coming, so beautiful, so sad, so frightened. Yet those were not the qualities that drew the land of the dead to watch her every move. No, what moved them so was that this girl was alive. I have a tragic tale to tell. A story of 3 gods who conspired and fought over the fate of one lost girl. It's a story I've told before. Sometimes the maiden, Persephone, returns home, escapes from Hades unscathed, and sometimes the dark forces of the underworld prevail. Zeus! How does the story end? You just want me to skip everybody else's lines? Okay.
Now I understand why it says no space captain. Oh my gosh, that was a reference to Star Trek the original series. And the way that Kirk talks. That was great. Okay.
I was gonna say, it's on 9? I only have, I was gonna say, I don't know. The next one, or the next speech? Oh, okay, let me find the next speech. Hermes, there's a little speech. Oh, there it is. How are you not cold? It's cold, very chilly, pretty nippy. It's pretty nippy indeed, my friend. The big Z is not feeling chatty, I see. Could that be because I convinced you to marry off Demeter's daughter and now she's destroying life as we know it? Probably it. I hate it when you're angry. Makes swans even more untrustworthy than they already are. Some people say that death has a twisted sense of humor. I assure you, Death has no sense of humor. Speak of the Greek analog of the devil, and the Greek analog of the devil appears.
Shut it.
Speak of the Greek analog of the devil, and the Greek analog of the devil appears.
Shut it.
I would love to shut it, but I need clarification on which it I must shut to make you happy.
Shut your mouth, or I'll shut you in an airless cell under the river's fire.
There it is.
Zeus!
I'm afraid this one's on me, darling. The big guy is peeved. Have you noticed that you've been getting a bit more boat traffic these days?
The harvest is always strong.
What?
You're about to run into some economies of scale issues.
Speak plainly.
Demeter has frozen the world. You're about to be swimming in corpses.
I am prepared.
We're not. Not so much.
I have taken my queen, the queen you gave to me.
Whoa, whoa. Introduced, not gave. I guess it depends on the culture and the era. And if one party is a nymph, and the other party the second most powerful god, and if one party is a nymph, and the other party the second most powerful god, I guess it depends on the culture and the era. I've always said that. I said that just earlier. You are great, but you're giving back your queen one way or another. Listen, let's calm tensions. The god economy has not been great. We're not in the shape to have a god war here. Let's be civil.
Civility is weakness in practice.
Practice makes perfect.
Sort it out with Demeter. Persephone is my queen, and so she will remain.
I suppose I'm left to deal with this, but I also suppose this is more or less my fault. I'm having a me day.
What in the world?
You have my sympathy.
And you have mine, Hermes.
I just drove a train through that pause. People,
I
come
was trying
on.
to cry.
I just drove a train through there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just throw it on her.
Way too much silence.
Okay,
Just
I
pick it
will
up a
be-
little
I
bit.
will be
Okay, pick it up a
passive.
little bit. Start over. Hermes, you get to say it again.
Demeter, you have my sympathy.
And you have mine, Hermes. She was here when he took her. Do you want to know how I know?
Of course, my dear.
The grass dies under my feet. Do you see the color drain from the hills? Can you hear the cracking of the leaves? The crunch of dead bones? The drum-tight skin of soil gone cold?
We all do.
As do I. This is not my will.
Persephone is safe. This I promise.
The fruits and grasses, do you know how they came to be? Becoming green.
Speak up a little bit more, Niobe.
I dream of being new and small, warm in the soil,
A little bit more.
wet by the rain, wet with rain, slowly waking as the warm face of Helios fills my soul with restless joy. I begin to listen moment by moment. I think this is really long.
It's a monologue.
It's excessive.
No,
This
I
is
don't think so.
stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because if she's truly in grief, she wouldn't ramble on. Oh yes, this is stupid. Why? If Demeter is really sad, why would she continue on and on and on, especially to someone who hurt her so much?
This is not quite reality. It's a play. We're using words to describe how we feel. Most actors would love this. I mean,
I love this.
Okay. I feel the wishes above the grass. The hare wishes for clover. Perhaps I will grow to be clover. The man wishes for an olive. You missed an N. It's for an olive tree to grow near his home. Oh! If I could be an olive tree, I would. And when I wake and step into the day, my dreams take root.
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about your dreams taking root?
I think you're rather ripping them up now, aren't you? I feel like if I was in mourning, I would keep my mouth shut. I don't know you would know what mourning is like.
Okay, completely off topic. Let's just
Focus.
When Persephone was
Focus.
growing inside me. That might be a bit much for the art crowd.
Bit much for the art crowd. Did you hear?
Yeah,
Bit
I
much
know.
for the art crowd.
Yeah.
Just go with it. It's fine. It's fine.
What would you know about art? She joined me in my dreams. We grew together in the soil each night. In those dreams, I taught her how all things grow. Seed by seed, we grow strong into the sky together. And when I woke, she continued to dream.
She continued to dream. It's a
She
statement.
continued to dream. The night before she was born, she appeared as the girl I had yet to meet. Can I sing that line?
You can do whatever you want to do.
The night before she was born, she appeared as the girl I had yet to meet, and she took me by the hand. She led me towards, you missed an S. She led me towards a tree I had never seen before. It was small and wild, a spray green dotted with red bulbs.
With red bulbs. You're really excited about that.
A spray green dotted with red bulbs.
That's a little bit better. Yeah. That's good.
No matter how you direct it, the writing is just sick.
Stop criticizing the script. We have a bigger job here to do.
Well,
Say
then
the
cut the
lines.
script in half and get
Say
on
the
with the rest of the
lines.
job. She plucked a strange new fruit for me. It was her creation. It was her gift to me.
She is a very special young woman.
That sounds really creepy.
I understand how you must.
Okay.
You do not understand. We have some other things to do, and you won't cut the script, so I'm just going to keep going, okay?
Niobe, that's enough.
I mean, we are wasting precious time here. I was not brought here to act, as I clearly can't. In the interest of time, can I keep going with your precious script? Now again, she's in my dreams. Only now she's slipping into death. We're not quiet seeds waiting in bloom. We're prisoners clawing through stone. Every night I dream of digging down, tearing the very earth apart with my hands until the bones break loose, the skin drops away, and I bled all the blood left in me. And at last, when I break through, I reach down for her. I feel her fingers, her reaching out as desperately as me, and I pull with every bit of strength I have. And when I wake and when I step out into the day, I see that I have only pulled more death into the world. That's how I'm going to do it in the performance.
You're gonna run out of air.
That is how I'm going to do it! You do not have any control over me when I am actually on stage.
Okay. All right. Let's just.
I don't know how to make the dream stop.
You have to let her go.
These flowers don't die. All else dies, but not these flowers. That is how I know she was taken from me here. Until she returns, all life will frost and crumble, torn down to dry bone and rock. The wind will spit dust, but these flowers will never die.
Think of Persephone. Is this what she would want?
You have no right to speak of what she would want.
Can we get a little less space, Captain? A little more delivery, God.
Please think of all the living things.
Why do we keep going back to this?
I'm not going
You
back to
are.
anything.
You
Yes.
keep
What
rewriting it.
He's creepy, right? Do you agree? He's kind of
Look,
creepy.
We
You
were
know what?
supposed to do
There are
a
far
character
more creepier
conference.
things
I was set to
yourself.
do it. We never did it, and now I'm trying to
What
beat
if
the
she is
system.
dreaming with me, but when she wakes, she finds she has pulled more life into the underworld? If that is so, let all living things die so she will never be alone, never feel far away from love. And when it is done, when it is all done, maybe then I will be allowed to cross the burning river.
Zeus will never allow you to carry out this plan.
He has no control over me.
He can be persuasive.
How can you stop me if I can't stop myself?
What was that, Niobe? I think that's the first real bit of acting I have seen all day. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Just keep going. Keep going.
We will be reunited, in life or in death. Makes no matter to me.
Okay, I gotta take that back. Can you just a little bit more energy?
You just said it was good acting. Now you're saying it's
No,
not.
you don't understand the difference. Just, okay, we're going back to more energy.
We will be reunited, in life or in death. It makes no matter to me. Can you feel the chill? The white winds of... What? There are no winds on Olympus.
How do you know that?
Because I studied Greek art, you nincompoop.
How do you draw wind anyway?
Olympus Olympus Peaks. That is a very strange string of words. The white winds of Olympus Peaks are descending into the valleys below. The rivers glaze with mud and ice. Hades has stolen my life. I will steal his death.
Well, okay then. I feel like I need to try and figure this one out again. Okay. Those two are easy. They're done. Wait, Conti needs 4 VIP. 2, 3, 4. Back to Barbu needs 4 handicap seats. There's only 4 left. Becker wants 4 single tickets. Don't understand. I mean, this matches everything there. Unless this is not giving me all the information. Oh, it doesn't look like I have to keep doing these, apparently. Okay, cool. So that's it. I don't have to keep doing these. I thought I did. That's all I really needed to know. Cool. Moving on. On that. Nemean. I don't know what that is. Oh, what is this? Lockdown. Consider the museum on full lockdown from here on out. Jeez. No vehicles of any kind are allowed near the exits. Keep an eye out for anything that could be useful to the police if something is amiss. Okay. That's just this. I don't know. Password.
Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
I'm missing one. Call for help identifying art. I'm gonna go till 2 hours 30 minutes. Oh.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Is it the Hardy Boys?
Finally! What happened back there?
Sorry, I was caught off guard from a very convincing scene from a play.
So everything is fine?
Can't say that for sure, but no one is being actively kidnapped.
Nancy, I've got a strange feeling about what's happening at the museum.
I feel the same way. Something seems a bit off.
Want us to look into everyone at the museum?
Yes.
That would be great. Please do.
Consider it done. Call us back in a bit, and we'll have everything you need to know.
I might need some outside help. Do you know anything about Greek art?
You're in luck.
I am.
We'll make a call and have the book sent to you right away.
Thanks.
Cool.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Yay. Yeah, I didn't think it would be here yet. Maybe the book will tell me what Nemean is. Where in the world is Thanos? And this guy's no longer here. Oedipus Rex. Or Oedipus, technically. Oedipus Rex. Yeah, no. Oh, there was more to this? Wait, what was it in gold? Safety harness, all hands. Check required if any check fails, call for standard storm transition job curtain. Still don't know that password. Oh, did that get her away from her stuff? Sweet.
I should assemble the image.
Jeez, okay. Probably goes there. Okay, interesting. Ah. Okay, so they think that's on the right place. Don't know. No. I have no idea. I was gonna say that looks like it goes up there. No idea on that. This is creepy. Oh, that's in the right place. Okay then. There we go, there we go. Okay. I was gonna say that's gotta go up there. Wait, that goes there. Okay, okay, okay. I have no idea. Oh, this goes up top. No idea. Ooh. Nope. Actually, I'm not sure on that. It's like a horse's legs. I don't know. Okay. Didn't think so. Ah! Cool. Oop, that goes up there. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Ah. That goes there. Okay. Ah, that goes there. Okay. No idea. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that goes there. Cool. This goes somewhere up here, right? I thought it did. Oh, it goes there. I have no idea. Okay, cool. Got that one. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ah. That goes there. That goes below it. Haha. Oh, that goes there. Yeah, that goes there. Okay, that goes there. Okay.
The National Archaeological Museum of Athens. Sounds very official.
I'm supposed to be wrapping this up in the next 5 minutes. Didn't think so. I have no idea. I was gonna say that looked like a thing for that. Okay. Aha. I think a package was dropped off. I mean, admittedly, I do have to need to wrap this up. I think after this puzzle, I'm going to wrap it up. I know there's other puzzles, but I think I found that I was supposed to go right when I clicked the button. Oh, here we go. I can figure out that one. And that one. Not quite. There we go. That's got to go there. That creepy face. Oh, but it does go there. And now, oh, there we go. Nope. Goes there. That would go there. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's one of the edges. That's got to go there. That goes there. Okay. Goes there. That goes there. That's there. Oh, nope, that would go there. There we go. I have no idea. This goes there. That goes there, okay. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Oh, there, perfect, okay. Goes there.
All done.
Okay. Ha. Okay. I want to finish going through her.
Xenia's notes will come in handy.
18355. Oh. Hydraulic lift is 18355. Oh, it's standing directly on it. Ugh. Balance system weight values. We're just gonna take a photo of that. Okay. Stationless Geiger tablet pass first, last repeat. Scene 3 light cues. What? Oh, and there's more. Oh my gosh. There's more? And more. Oh my god. Is that it for those? Thanos wants to leave a personalized message for our VIPs. Need to make sure they have a key to the poster out front. Okay. Oh. Scannis, natural performer. Xenia Dukas. Education, stage experience. Past roles. Niobe Papadaki, set designer. Gregor Kroknos. Okay. Just those again. That's it? Okay.
Haven't done that. Still have to do that. That's done.
There's a bunch more though that I gotta figure out.
That's done.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna save it here so I remember this has more. I don't know, I just feel like solving all of them is helpful for some reason. And then I need to figure, so next time I'll finish the rest of the provenance stuff, hopefully. Find the password for the authentication database. And I guess scour her script for clues. Which we kind of already did. Okay. But I've been playing for 2.5 hours. I need to save. I need to call it. I need to get food. I'm hungry. And so that way I have time to edit later. Sorry, I need to figure out what the heck a Nemean is. What are we going to... jeez. What are we going to call this? I'm going to call it Persephone's Lies. Ha ha ha. Save. I don't know why. I just feel like doing that. Oh yeah, all of these. Spoiler free? Does that mean not reading the script? Huh. Don't know. But with that, I definitely need food. I also keep yawning. Oh my god, I'm tired. Yesterday was a long day. Like a good day. But one of those good days that's also just really, really long and you're just exhausted the following day. I'm exhausted. I am sore. I need food. And my dog is staring at me like I owe him something. I don't know what that is. Can I help you, Mr. Frogleg? My dog likes to frog-leg it. He's silly. My other dog's ignoring me. Well, we're gonna learn more about Greece. Jeez, and Greek stuff later. I'm gonna get yelled at by my boyfriend for not pronouncing anything correctly. But I'm looking forward to see where this goes. This feels a little bit more classic Nancy Drew-ish on like the mystery and stuff. The last game was just kind of meh for me. So I'm kind of looking forward to something a little bit more classic. This kind of takes me back to one of the early games where we were working in a museum for Mayan culture. A bunch of Mayan stuff. This kind of reminds me of like doing that kind of stuff a little bit. I love that we had a reference to Sonny again. Jeez, I need to take a nap, apparently. Huh. But I love that we had that reference to Sonny Joon again. Oh my gosh, freaking Sonny Joon. I have to say I was kind of underwhelmed by Sonny's game. Like, we finally got Sonny Joon in a game, and I was very underwhelmed by it. So hopefully this one is a little bit more interesting. It is feeling more classic Nancy Drew-ish. The last game wasn't classic Nancy Drew. More like the game show and that kind of stuff. So yeah. But if you enjoyed this, click the like button. Me potentially falling asleep. Oh my god. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of this game, the rest of the Nancy Drew games. There's 3 more after this. I don't know why I keep yawning. So there's 3 more games after this one, so if you want to see the rest of the Nancy Drew games, subscribe. After this, I'm either going to play Avowed or Atomfall, most likely. Please leave in the comments which one you'd prefer to see. Do you want to see Atomfall, or do you want to see... I literally just said the name. Avowed. Oh my god. I need a nap. I need food and a nap. Do you want to see Atomfall or Avowed? Leave it in the comments. Also, if you are a Greek history person, you know Greek really well, please politely tell me how to pronounce the things that I mispronounced. I know I mispronounced. So feel free to correct me on pronunciation. Just please be respectful about it, because I know. Trust me, I know. You don't have to yell at me. And also tell me like how accurate have things been so far when it comes to Greek mythology, Greek history, that kind of stuff. I'm sure I'll also get a rundown of it from my boyfriend if he ends up watching this video. I think he usually does. I think he's usually one of my views. Well, the only thing is I don't know if he actually pays attention. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm sure he'll correct me on some of it. But feel free to correct me as well in the comments. Let me know how accurate this game is so far, barring the weird play. I think we all know something's a little off with this play. But for the stuff that's supposed to be accurate, like how accurate is it? But with that, I'm gonna get food and take a nap because I'm exhausted, I'm sore, I'm hungry. So thank you for coming on this weird ride with me into Greek mythology here. And as usual, don't plagiarize. And don't make fun of Greek mythology in weird plays or twist things like that. I don't know. Don't put space captains as Hermes. And don't plagiarize.